Good morning. It's a brand new week, and the program is Summit. Thank God this is also the last week in the month of September. It will usher us into a new month. My name is Jumoke Michael, so welcome. Banji, good to be back.
Jumoke,
good morning.
Good morning, Jumoke. How's your weekend?
It was great.
I don't really need to ask. Mr. Michael is doing a great job, and it's obvious.
Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Banji Busari. It's a fresh edition of the program. This is the last week, just as Jumoke said, in the month of September. And it's actually ushering us into the year of our independence. That's independence anniversary. We are in a countdown period. Countdown. Does it really make any sense to you? Does it have anything? It's actually reminds you of 61 years in the life of a nation. It's not a joke. So, are you reflecting? Are you actually thinking, where should we be? Where are we? So, that's going to be our concern on this edition of the program. But Jumoke has more to tell you.
All right. So, yes, we have two major topics we are discussing on Summit this morning. First of all, we are looking at the topic towards 2023 issues arising. We know that a lot of what do you like call it? People are politicians are cross-carpeting, lots of alignments and realignments. Political groups are being formed all towards the 2023 election. So we're going to be looking at that first of all this morning, and we're also looking at the countdown to Nigeria's 61st independence celebration. Those are the two topics we'll be looking at this morning. And you can also be part of this discussion by sending us an SMS to the number we'll display on the screen when the time comes. We're being joined this morning by Dr. Dayo Kayode. He's a political technocrat. Dr. Dayo, you're welcome.
Yeah, nice being with you again today, Jumoke. I see Banji was reading my mind. I was saying that whenever you allow me to talk, I'm going to ask you for your beats, because you're looking like an African princess.
Yes, so Nigeria is going to be 61.
Where are your beats? I mean, we are going to tell Oga to let you be wearing
Nigeria
that.
is going to be 61, so we need to portray the Nigerian look. The African look.
Interesting.
That's
interesting.
my answer to your question.
Look at it. You didn't put your beats and all that, you know.
Okay,
Banji.
Yes, so
well done, sir. Nice having me today with this topic.
We actually went in search of Dr. Dayo Kayode. Don't forget that he's a political technocrat. And we actually went through the list of arguments and said, this man would do justice to the topic that 2023 matters or issues are rising. And then even it countdown to. I know in your researches, you've actually been working towards what to tell us. So today, the time has come. We look for your research and found you. So we really want to tap from the fountain, from the knowledge that you have actually researched upon on what Nigeria should look for to 2023. That's which the race has already begun anyway. Now, Jumoke spoke about realignments and alignment and realignment, cross-carpeting and all that. Nigerians are familiar with that, particularly when general elections are approaching. Don't forget that we had the issue of third force, which never materialized. But of late, individuals, particularly spearheaded by the immediate past INEC chairman, Professor Atayu Tega, Nigeria should reject the main, the two main political parties that have been established since 1999. That's APC now, and then the PDP, the Progressives, and the other party now. So that was where the discussion started from. But not just a couple of days ago, but less than 2 weeks, he made good his promise by assembling people of like minds, just like we had prior to 2019. What can you actually make out of it? Is it just to occupy us or to distract us or to take us to a higher level? What can you make of all this?
They call it Rescue Nigeria Project.
Yeah, you see, it seems two questions in one. When you're looking at cross-carpeting, political cross carpeting. You need to first of all look at the undertow, why politicians are moving from one party to the other. For instance, we have seen in recent past how people have been moving en masse from PDP to APC. When you look at that, you know that it's nothing unusual in political calculations in Nigeria. For instance, some will leave that party for another party because this one is a ruling party, and they believe that yes, okay, let me also go there and have my own piece of the icing. While some will go there because of what their former chairman said, that anytime, even when you are a sinner, the moment you leave this place and hold on to the broom, you are now a saint. Some, we see some moving from that to that, because I mean there are instances where one or two people are already at the verge of being sentenced to jail, but then because they moved, and then that thing stopped, and today we know where they are in this country. But now looking at what you mentioned that have been happening in recent past, whereby Professor Tayeru Jega came forward to say, look, PDP has failed us, no doubt about it, because in 2014, what Nigeria was saying was that, look, anybody other than Jonathan, anybody
Change.
other than Jonathan, and they now say change. But unfortunately, many people were not looking at the inside of that change. What is this change going to bring? Is this about padding or what? And then that is why we're where we are today. But this one now, you can see that they are saying, look, there is need for Nigeria to be rescued from the brink of collapse. Everybody have been saying it. Even in the papers today, one northern enigma mentioned in one of the papers today, that there is need for Nigeria to be rescued. Now, when the guy mentioned that a few weeks ago, I looked at the person, because when I see things happen, I want to look at that person to know where it's coming from. Since when he was the VC of ABU, I think, you could see what he was doing in that university before he was now made the chairman of ASU. His dishes at that time tends towards the left, the progressive, the real progressive. And that was why he was being pushed forward during Jonathan era to become the chairman of INEC then. Until today, he is still the only INEC chairman that has ever conducted a conclusive, now not inconclusive, a conclusive fair election in this country.
2 elections.
Yes.
2011 and
yes, 2 elections. The other one was free and fair too, the one by Professor, the one that was truncated. What's his name again? Professor Dorin Abiola.
Okay.
Conducted Abiola's election. It was adjudged free and fair, but it was truncated. And that's why I said a conclusive election by Jega. Now, if you look at somebody like that, to that extent, international communities have been calling him to come and give them some of the impetus that is used for Nigerian election, to come and assist them in their country and all that. And then you also look at somebody like Pat Utomi being part of that calculation. You look at somebody like Donald Duke. You remember Donald Duke when he was governor? He was not the president, remember?
Yeah.
But the power that be there, who promised him, was not looking for someone of a Donald Duke's stature, somebody who knows his onions. He was not looking for somebody like that. But the powers that be were looking for a president that can be saying yes sir to them. Unfortunately, Donald Duke was not picked. But then, what has Donald Duke been doing between then and now? You should follow them. You see that he has been doing a lot within the political circle. Look at also Professor Tunde Adeniran. Professor Tunde Adeniran was among those that brought together PDM and PDP in those days. And we knew all he did in the Ministry of Education when he was the Minister for Education then. Now, looking at these people, you're going to see that they are a group of people that Nigeria can say, okay, they are not real politicians. They are technocrats with just some dates of politics. They are not real natural politicians like we have in some others. So why can't we look at this time around people that can say, okay, these are going to be the plans, these are going to be what we're going to do, these are how we're going to achieve it.
Well, he said they're not a party.
They're not.
They said they're not a party, they're just a group.
Of
a group that wants to move
a pressure group that is out to rescue Nigeria. And that's why they call it rescue mission.
Yeah.
If you are going on a rescue mission,
you're talking like they're a party.
No, either we like it or not, they are going to transport into a conglomeration that will usher in, that we want to usher in the next government. And what all of us are looking for is who and who are going to be the nucleus of the next government. We are looking for people that are conceptually proactive. You understand what I'm saying? Conceptually proactive. Not people that will just say, yes, by next year I will do this. Conceptually. We have to see that concept. We have to see where you're coming from. We want to see the action plan. We want to see the comprehensive and pragmatic action plans that you want to put on ground. It's not that you are going to say, okay, I want to give 2 million people employment within 2 years. We want to know how, which area. Is it that all these moribund industries, you resuscitate them and put them there? Is it that you are going to have modular refineries instead of pumping money into all these refineries that are no more there? Is it that, okay, you want to borrow money and then go into agri extension, whereby you have the chain value system there? Do you understand?
But aside this Rescue Nigeria project, do we have other groups like that? I know you seem to have.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. So what are these other groups also put together for?
Like for instance, what our own coalition have been doing is as regards coming up with all these things I've just enumerated. But we don't have the instrumentalities of power. All right? What we are trying to do is now, at the end of the day, come up with a social contract and then sit down with those that are planning to have, those that we know will be able to take us to where we want to be. Sit down with them. These are the demands of the people. How do you think you can put this one to form your manifesto? Rather than you as a party sitting down in one bedroom or one sitting room and then 2 or 3 of you writing manifesto. How do you know what we need? What are our needs in Ekiti? How do you know what the needs of those in Zamfara are? How do you know what the needs of those in Cross Rivers are? And that is the gap coalition of the Nigeria Stakeholders Forum is trying to fill. And then seeing also a similar group that wants to rescue Nigeria, and then the personalities behind it. Yeah, there's no crime in seeing how we can also energize and encourage such people. Even though I'm not saying yes, this rescue mission, they are the best, but so far, yeah, somebody like me, I've not seen a kind of conglomeration of people like this. You know, Jega, we know Jega, who he is, we know his background, we know that of Donald Duke, we know that of Pat Tommy, we know that of Tunde Adeniro, and maybe one or two other people that are with them. So the thing is, now, there is no way, I've been telling some people, there is no way you can go to the labor room and find a virgin. It's not possible. But there are still some you can parley with. That they still have that compassion for the people. That they still have that character to lead the people. That they still have that capacity to take us to where we need to be.
Well, well said, Doctor. But it's always been said repeatedly, though, that Nigeria is not bereft of people with sound ideas. We've always had them. But those with ideas in the past, from the little experience we have, don't usually make it at the polls.
I will tell you why.
Our own Ganifawa was full of ideas on how to rescue Nigeria even before it became this problematic. We have other people who have also offered to
even my brother Femi Falana couldn't become the governor of Ekiti
now,
despite all his ideas.
The situation in the country today is such that Nigerians have been so pauperized that poverty is what defines what they do. It's not because many of them don't know the right thing to do, but when you talk about pragmatism, how well do you think this new set of people will be able to communicate and then seek to form a kind of synergy with the people they want to rescue? Because people they want to rescue might say, leave us alone, we are comfortable here, rather than to go to this uncertain new grounds that you want to break. How do they get the trust of the people?
Okay. You see, two questions in one again. The first one is this. Yes, people with ideas in the past have not been able to make it because they have not been able to bring in that technicalities of politicking. They have not been able to bring in the technicalities of politicking in terms of relating, bringing up people that can really go down to the grassroots. Most of the time, they have been up there, not coming down to the people. Two, there are also some of them too that they have ideas, but they have also not been able to relate with those that have the clout.
The finance.
Not necessarily finance, clout. I will tell you what clout means now. Between you and me, in our own forum, we too we have ideas. Okay, people are hearing us. We can move around. But in this rescue mission, those people there, they have that clout that we don't have. And I will explain to you. If Professor Jega wants to see the president today now, he will see him. The president will still be asking, who is that boy? I don't know whether you understand. Yeah. If Professor Jega is being invited now by DSS, okay, he will go there in his shiny SUV with 2 or 3 convoy. Do you understand? But me, I will just go with my own jalopy. The kind of respect that we are called him is not what we are called me. So if only people can realize that yes, you yourself, you have idea that somebody else is having, but you don't have his clout. The best thing is join hands together to have harmonization of ideas, and then his own clout, you can now rise with his own clout. It's like if myself and Professor Jega now should sit down with Professor Patu Tomi, with Donald Duke, and then we now agree And then they now say, okay, Dayo, you have to see the president tomorrow. They know that the president doesn't know me. All they need to do is make a call to the president. Somebody is coming, so person is coming, so time. You will see the kind of red carpet I be giving. So that means I am now using I'm now riding on the crest of their clouds to get what we are looking for. So all Nigerians now need to do is to assess whichever party, not necessarily rescue mission, because what I'm seeing in them, some other people might not be seeing it. They might be seeing it in some other people. So if you are seeing some other people, it's also better to also relay with such. Because right now, it is not about fighting. It is not about jagidi jagon or usobu that we get there. No, it's all about sitting down and then understanding where each and everybody belongs.
I spoke about poverty.
I'm coming there. I'm coming there.
Let's address those issues.
I'm coming there. You know, I said your question is two in one. That's the first part. Now, issue of poverty. Somebody was discussing with me. You saw us now when I was coming in, asking this same question, this same issue of poverty. I say yes, people have been impoverished to a level that is even affecting the people psychologically. But the question is this: we have been impoverished, okay? 4 years, 8 years, 16 years. Have we died? No. So if for one day or for 3 months, of campaign, we can say no to taking the rika of rice, 2 cubes of Maggi, is it not insulting? Or throwing of mug, throwing of caps, throwing of t-shirts. To what extent that will even feed you? So people now, all we need to do is those that are closer to the grassroots, that wants to align with any group of with any rescue group, should now be able to go down and send that message. Look, this time around, don't let us follow any rush politician. Rather, let us follow issue-based campaign. Not the kind of campaign that people will bring in all these musicians, all these, do you understand? All the social media influencers that will not even go out to vote. That doesn't even know on what premise that government is going to be based. But if somebody like me is working with anybody, I will be able to bring that person to the classroom to come and talk to students. I will be able to.
You see, but knowing how much this issue of poverty is entrenched in the people, what's like the rescue mission or your organization, what is the plan to practically address it?
And that's why,
because it's there.
That's why I said something the other time. You know, I always choose my words. I mentioned something. I said conceptual proactiveness. Okay, conceptual proactiveness. That is to say, whatever you are planning to do, you have to conceptualize it. And when you are conceptualizing it, that is, you have to break it down for the people to understand. Poverty has been there. There's nothing anybody can do about it. But that poverty can be removed. I don't know whether you understand. Poverty has been there.
Yeah.
There is nothing anybody can do about it. Bring an angel, bring Obama. Nothing they can do about it. But it can be removed within a period of time.
Before election.
But has it not been there?
Communicating to
exactly what I'm saying.
To give the people a shift of a mindset.
You cannot remove it before election. It is after election that you can remove it. And if you want it removed after election, then you listen to those that you know that can remove it. All you now need to do is, yes, I know I'm hungry. But when you come in as our this, I know I won't be hungry again, but how will you make me not to be hungry again? Okay, come. That Dunlop industry that is on Obakran, I will make sure that it starts working. Then about 400,000 people will be working there as it used to be. That PZ at Lupeju, I will also make sure that it will start working. The textile industry in Ado Ekiti that they are now using as a store, I will return it back to textile industry. Those estates in front of, I will also refurbish it. People are going to be working there. Then with that hunger will leave. But as it is now, it cannot, it's not a day's job, because that hunger was not instilled on people in a day. Little by little, before our exchange rate was 70 kobo to $1. Later, 1 to 1. Later, 2 naira to $1. Do you understand? Just like that, till where we are today. So to also take it back, it has to be gradual but conceptualized.
All right.
In terms of these are the steps that we be taking.
All right. Sometime in October last year, we all remember that the youth of Nigeria came together and did this NSAS protest. Eventually, it went beyond NSAS. People started the youth started demanding for better governance, better leadership, and all that. Now that we are working towards the 2023 elections, the youth are silent. What should they be doing now, or how inclusive do you intend to make them work towards or participate in 2023 elections?
You see, to all those youths out there that are working hard, because there are some of them, but very few, that are working hard. There are a lot of them that are also trying to be involved in politicking. I have a couple of them that are politicking in Ekiti State. We have a couple of them in Lagos State. We have a couple of them also in Osun that I am aware. But that being as it may, the youth of today, most of them, a larger percentage of them have been so indoctrinated that they don't even respect the value system again. Indoctrinated in terms of some songs they listen to, some movies they watch. For instance, if you no get money, hide your face. That is to say, by all means you have to get money. Why should I hide my face? Forgetting that, there's one thing they always teach us when we were growing up. Iṣẹ́ lóògùn ṣẹ́, fúnra sí iṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi, bí a kò bá rẹ́ni fẹ̀yìntì, bí ọ̀rẹ́ làárí, bí a kò bá rẹ́ni gbẹ́kẹ̀lé, àtàràmọ́ iṣẹ́ ẹni. Apálára ìgúnpá ni iye kan. You understand? I can see, for me to have been able to recite this in even at this level.
What does that mean?
That is to say, Manji, you have started.
It's a national television.
Yes, you know that hard work pays.
Yes.
That is, you have to do hard work. There's another song we normally say, Batare adun ko ka bi o ba kawe re. Batare adun ko ka. That is, if you read very hard and you pass, your parents will buy good shoes for you during Christmas. That means they call it Bali there. When you wear Bali and you press,
that's even the literal meaning.
Do you understand?
The greater meaning
hard
that
work.
you are going to become successful.
You will become, now I'm saying success, that is when I say when you read well, and then you pass.
And you come out of school,
you
get good jobs.
Do you understand? You get good jobs and all that. But these days, what do we have? Do you understand? So this, and that's why I said, the leader that will come in needs to be conceptually proactive. You know, I decided to sum, like when the youth were talking about SARS the other time, I was telling them, look, it's not just police, it's not just SARS, it is the whole system. We need holistic overhauling of our
You know
system.
that INEC has already opened its website for everyone to register. You don't have your PVC and all that. Do you see the youth keying into it? Because that's, let me say,
There's an institutional problem there.
There's what?
Institutional problem. Because some people have been trying to key into that, have been receiving that complaint, and they couldn't. Initially, the first week or so, people were trying to get into it, but thereafter, people have been having problems. Let's say INEC air this now.
Online.
Yes, people have been having problems.
Even those who eventually register, they still tell you need to go back to their office.
Do you understand? And then even getting to their office is another wahala. The wahala there is even more than that of NIN. More than that of NIN. They will also ask you to go and bring your NIN DC. And meanwhile, that NIN, see, there's a lot of institutional problems in this country. Look at that NIN. You have given all your data to the person to input it. At the end of the day, that person makes mistake. You say, I've already made the mistake, there's something you can do. You have to go and pay some money in the bank. Is it me that is supposed to pay that money, or even you are supposed to pay me for even wasting my time for making mistake? When they will put in people that are not qualified, with the lady that registered me, don't let me mention where I registered, because it's an institution that they brought that person in. Later, I now found out that that lady was under distress. The father was sick. The father was on admission because he just had an operation and all that. And at the end of the day, he muddled up so many things there. Should that be my fault? Should that be my responsibility, or the responsibility of the person that put that person there to make the changes? You know, these are issues.
All right, let's look at the greater task ahead of the Rescue Nigeria team. I'm sure that they too, the people involved, or the personalities involved, are also not oblivious of the challenges of getting them acceptable to the people of Nigeria. Because it's still another change, if you may say, if you agree with me.
I will advise them to use the word change, because that word change has been bastardized totally.
They can decide to use the word rescue.
Well, maybe that's why they are using that word rescue.
Rescue Nigeria.
I know that we've been so divided. We've never been this divided.
Sure.
No matter how good an idea is, if it comes from a particular section of the country, the first thinking from other people from other sides is, where is he from?
Where's the guy from?
Where's
the Donadu from? Where is the Professor Utomi from? Where's the Tunde Adeniran from?
Then the other questions you also know is issue of religion. Should it go to a...
Even look at their religion
No, I'm not
too.
talking about...
It has also cut across.
Of course, you don't know who the entire composition, what it will be. But I'm saying that Nigerians will come to that stage of asking those questions, rather than asking about the pedigree. You spoke about pedigree.
Yeah, pedigree, capacity, character.
The issue of religion, ethnicity, and so many other things that divided us have been used over time to win elections. Now, this time around, how do you think the personalities involved should actually confront those challenges?
Yes, I'm sure they know. I mean, like we have two serious political scientists there, and then we have somebody who has also been a governor before, Professor Jega, Professor Tunde Adeniran. They are political scientists, you know. So definitely they know that they themselves, as part of the elites, and they join some people along the line to use ethnicity, religion, and all that to divide the people towards getting their support. But having said that, it is not even about them. It is about we, the people. Now, I'm concerned about we, the people. We should not allow all these things to affect our sense of judgment. For me, as I am, I don't give a hoot where my president comes from, whether from the north, from the east, from the south. All I want is good governance and development. Period. In America, do you know where their president comes from? I cannot even say this is where Obama is from, or this one is from. Other than, okay, this one is going for holiday, where in Texas, or maybe in California. Or, do you understand? We don't need to know where it comes from. This Lagos State, I'm an Ekiti man, but I've been living in Lagos State for how long? I've been living in Lagos State for how long? So why can't I be a governor in Lagos State? Because I know most of those perennial problems in Lagos State than even in Ekiti now. So why should I now go to Ekiti and be the governor instead of Lagos State?
All right,
so these are issues.
The summary for this discussion is what you have just said, that we need to get to the point where we do not ask, where is this person from? What is the person's religion? No, let's look at what can this person deliver.
What can it deliver?
All right.
How is it coming up with issues? And how is it coming up with answers to those issues?
Lay down plans.
Yeah, lay down plans. Do you understand?
Rescue Nigeria.
Like I said, conceptual pragmatism.
All right. Just a second, please allow me. The previous administrations, when they're about coming to power, have always come out with plans too.
Yeah.
We heard about medical tourism that Nigeria was going to stop medical tourism.
Yeah.
That there will no longer be.
I will tell you the difference.
Seeking medical
I will
care
tell
and
you
all
the difference.
So that one has not. The issue of refineries was going to be fixed within.
Restructuring was there.
I will tell you the difference.
I mean, jobs and all that.
Let me tell you the difference.
How will these people communicate to us for us to trust them?
I will tell you the difference. Thank you for bringing that. See, as you are now, you are a seasoned journalist. Okay? If they are now saying they are looking for president of NID, your union, or NUJ. Yes, I've been appearing on different fora to discuss issues and all that. But does that make me a seasoned journalist? No. And somebody now decide, that guy, political technocrat, you have been talking this, he now packaged me. The person now packaged me. These are the issues in NUJ. Say this. I decide to be saying it. Without understanding that problem. I mean, it's Jumoke that is packaging me against you. Do you understand? And I decided to say, yes, by the time I become president of NUJ, I will do this, I will do that. Meanwhile, it was what she told me that I've come. At the end of the day, I now became the president, NUJ. What do you think will happen to me? At that point, I will now be seeing those problems live. I will not be able to do anything. You should look at the president we have been having since they were packaged in. They were not people that really prepared themselves for those positions. Yes or no? Yes, or all of them since 1999 till date. The present one said that he was not even contesting again. He has dropped the toga of becoming the president of Nigeria. So he has dropped everything. Before some people went to him, packaged him on on change mantra with underlining another quote, Mr. Integrity. Do you understand? But let us have people that are not packaged, people that have prepared themselves. Look at Patu Tomi. In those days, Patito Gang. Have you forgotten? Patito Gang. That panel on, was it channels or so? Panel of about 5. And they were coming up with policy issues. Somebody coming up with policy, are you saying those things were not documented? So what I'm saying in essence is this. Let us stop going for packaged leaders. Let us stop all this Babaso Wipe. No, not until when we stop it. Go and check out all those people in the National Assembly. Go and check out those people in the states' houses of assembly. Do you understand? And that is why till today, most of them have not been able to evoke what they are supposed to evoke at any point in time. When the executive is going ultra vires to our constitution, they have not been able to handle it. There hasn't been real separation of power. Right. So what I'm saying in essence is this. let us abhor packaged leadership. Let people tell us, I'm interested. Not because of people are begging me. No.
It's my turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
All
No.
right. Okay, thank you. That's a good place to end that topic. So we'll move on to the next one, which is the countdown to Nigeria's 61st independence anniversary. So Nigeria will be 61 on Friday, the 1st of October. What's your thoughts towards that? Nigeria at 61.
Well, in Yoruba, they will say,
First and foremost, should it be low key or should we celebrate?
and that's why I'm coming. In Yoruba, they will say, that is to say, when you are alive, give thanks to God. But having said that, is there anything to celebrate at all? Is there anything to celebrate at all? At your reception there, I was discussing with one of your staff as regards the standard of education. Right? In those days, we have this small exercise book made by, they always write onward exercise book, 2H, 2B, 2A, one for writing.
We have 2D.
Then 2D. One for maths, another one for comprehension, another one for drawing. Do we? That is, let us take it from underneath to be able to unravel. Because grass, lemongrass, when you cut it, it becomes more dangerous, except you uproot it. Okay, so this problem has been there, coming up little by little. Look at our exchange rate. Is there anything to write home about? Look at rate of unemployment. Is there anything to write home about? Look at the structure of leadership Nigeria is even having. Is there anything to write home about? Where are the then Nnamdi Azikiwe's, Ahmadu Bello's, Awolowo's, and all that? Where are they? Where is our value system? In those days, as a youth, when we do something that is not in conformity with the dictates of the society, and your neighbor finds out, your neighbor will first of all discipline you before your parents will come and discipline you. Do we still have it again today? One boy some years back was sagging on my street. He knows that, look, this man doesn't take nonsense. If I see you sagging on my street, I catch you, I will discipline you. But because he wanted to play truancy, and I knew he wanted to play truancy, he was now sagging. When I got hold of him, I said, you think you can fight me? I blew that guy, blew him very well. He now went to report to the mother. You understand? Went to report to the mother. And the mother came later in the evening to harass me. I said, do you know what you are doing? You are spoiling this boy. You are spoiling this boy. When I was growing up, there was one man beside our house then, Mr. Kinyano. That Mr. Kinyano, if he should catch you, he will come back and report to my father. And my father is being called tough things. Disciplinarian to the highest order. He will ask you to sit down. You know this thing they normally put legs on that time. That is being made by Mala. They call it tivti. They put cotton and all that. Sewn with leather. They ask you to sit down, do like this, then carry that thing. The person that you have fought, either your brother, either your junior or the senior that you have fought during the day, you will say until that one says you should stand. That is when you will stand up. I don't know whether you understand. Let's say we are brothers.
I understand now.
So you now think now
community.
You now think now he ask me to stand up. That one will want me to suffer. So tomorrow you will not do what you are not supposed to do. But look at what we are. But look at that boy today. Okay, only God rescued that boy now. The boy turned to be addict later.
Towards doctor, towards 61st anniversary, independence anniversary, churches across the federation yesterday actually gave thanks. It was more or less a thanksgiving session that Nigeria is still standing as a corporate entity. Don't forget that Nigeria's disintegration was predicted. It was going to happen 2015.
Even before they said it was presented again that 20 whatever.
6 years later, we are still together as one, the indivisible nation. Now, the togetherness of this country that was still, our president was at the United Nations, and he did that. The continued existence of this country is something that the churches celebrated yesterday. Of course, charged our leaders with greater responsibility and all that. Governor Wike said Nigeria is finished, that there is no more hope except God resurrects this country. Now, what's your thinking? When people in government also have shown that there is little or no hope, so what can you make of such a position?
Well, you started from the president's address in the United Nations. Let us put that one aside. I wouldn't want to go on that. But you know, I said initially that that is when you are hailed and held on your birthday, you give thanks to God. Yes, churches that have done rightly well, and I also join them to give such a thanksgiving. Now, you see, the way Nigeria is, we are passing through a phase. Either anybody likes it or not. There is nothing in life that is a coincidence. No coincidence in life. And despite any being that is still existing must pass through phases. Whether as a baby, you become a teenager, you become a 20-er, you become 30, 40, and at a point, you will stabilize from struggles. Some, they will achieve their stability at 20. Some will achieve their stability at 30. Some will achieve their stability at 50. Okay? So Nigeria too is passing through its hard times. And either anybody likes it or not, Nigeria, for me, I know, cannot disintegrate. I am an apostle. I will remain an apostle of a cohesive, indivisible Nigeria, but pivoted on equity, fair play, and justice. All right? But before you can have those three, equity, fair play, and justice, we have to put good leadership in place. Because there is nothing that is happening in the country today that we are not all contributing to it. In terms of having a leadership that will be like a leader, not a dealer. We all have been putting in dealers. Dealers in terms of, okay, take 5,000, take 10,000, take this, take that. Is there anything free? Nothing is free. And that is why Lagos State has to suffer local government. Nothing is free. Whatever you are being given, you will pay back. And that's what we are experiencing. So not until when we abhor all these Greek gifts, we won't be able to have a leader that will be able to manage Nigeria properly on a pivot of equity, fair play, and justice. Because the moment that one is not there, there is bound to be chaos
so on Friday,
and crisis.
the 1st of October, what should Nigerians be doing?
Well, on the 1st of October, definitely for me, I'm going to address the nation as regards my independence speech to the people. I'll be doing that. Thereafter, I think a friend of mine is celebrating his birthday.
Are you aware that
I will also be there.
Are you aware that on the 1st,
Yes.
some agitators of the separatists,
Yes.
they call them,
Yes.
are actually saying that there should be protests that day. That's against Nigeria's
Yeah,
independence.
you see, in my
So do you think that day is right?
even in my speech to the nation on that same Friday, I'm still going to appeal to them. What they are asking for, yes, is good, but we should mind the way we comport ourselves. We should mind the way we carry out our various activities. We should also mind the way we agitate for our rights. Because where somebody else's right stops is where somebody else's begin. Do you understand? You cannot ask me to sit at home without going for economic activities where I be able to get my bread and butter. And you cannot say because I'm not listening to you, you will now send hoodlums to me to beat me up. It's not right. Because when you are doing that, on what basis are you now saying you are fighting for me? You are fighting for me, at the same time you are hurting me. Honestly, I've been saying, yeah, what they are asking for is right. No doubt about it. But go to National Assembly. Go and meet your representatives there to ensure that they start that thing from the National Assembly. Okay? Go and meet your governor. Go and meet the person representing you in the House of Assembly. And then allow the people selling on the streets, the people going for their economic activities, to do what they need to do to be able to feed. What they're asking for is right. But then we have to be mindful how we say, okay, give me my right. We are all Nigerians. We all have our rights and obligations to the country. So you don't use your own to stop mine. And again, the leadership of the country should also mellow down on how they deal with these people. They should also mellow down, because if the country had been well managed, I mean, all these agitations wouldn't have been there. If this country had been well managed, I'm not talking of the presidency alone. Look at the Southeast. Look at how much money that has gone to NDDC. What have they used it for? Look at all the allocations that have been coming to states. What have they used it for? In terms of security, the security votes that all these governors have been taking, what have they been using it for? So this thing even transcends the presidency. It comes, it gets to the government, to the state and the local governments. To that extent, we should be mindful how we carry out our agitations, so that we don't use that one again to infringe on the rights and obligations of other citizens.
All right, thank you, Dr. Gapo Kayode, for joining us this morning. We appreciate you.
My pleasure.
All right, so talk on discussions on Nigeria's 61st independence anniversary will still continue throughout this week. Everyone will be talking about this celebration. And when we return on Wednesday, I guess we'll still be going in that direction. My name is Jumoke Michaels. Thanks for joining us and staying with us throughout the program. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
And mine is Banji Busad. It's a very nice session, very educative. And I'm looking forward to that day. That's a Friday, 61st anniversary of the Nigeria's independence. I pray all of us will be alive to celebrate that. Being alive is just cause to celebrate. See you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.